After completing my ostrich study, I started studying similar species which are commonly known as South American ostrich, but they are distantly related to ostriches. I chose to illustrate the greater rhea. It is a flightless bird which is nearly threatened in its natural range in eastern South America. The greater rhea holds the title of the largest native bird in the Americas. However, they are quite popular as both livestock and pets, commonly raised and bred on farms, ranches, private estates, and by aviculturists, particularly in North and South America as well as Europe. Their feral population is growing in Germany, and there are efforts to control the population of the bird. In South America, rheas serve a variety of purposes. Their feathers are crafted into feather dusters, their skins are fashioned into cloaks or leather goods, and their meat is an important dietary staple for many. Greater rheas possess fluffy, somewhat tattered-looking plumage that ranges from gray to brown with significant variation between individuals. Their head, neck, rump, and thighs are covered in feathers. Typically, males have darker plumage than females. In the wild, especially in Argentina, leucistic individuals with white feathers and blue eyes, as well as albinos, can occasionally be found. And actually, I based this illustration on a rhea with white feathers and blue eyes because I wanted variety for visual reasons, since I have already illustrated ostriches, which also have gray and brown feathers. Rheas are generally silent birds, except when males call during the breeding season to attract mates. The male's booming call is accompanied by an elaborate display, lifting his body, ruffling his plumage, and running short distances with extended wings. He may court a female by walking beside her with spread wings, then performing a figure-8 motion with his neck if successful mating ensues. Rheas are primarily herbivorous, favoring broad-leaved plants, fruits, seeds, and roots, but they also eat insects, small reptiles, and rodents. Juveniles consume only insects initially. In non-breeding seasons, they often feed alongside deer and cattle. Rheas are polygynandrous. Males mate with 2 to 12 females who lay eggs in a simple ground nest. The male incubates up to 60 eggs and uses decoy eggs to protect the nest. Chicks hatch synchronously and whistle before emerging. Protective males guard the chick from threats, even attacking humans. Rheas reach adult size in 6 months but begin breeding at 2 years. In the wild, their average lifespan is approximately 10.5 years. The scientific name rhea comes from the goddess Rhea, who in ancient Greek religion and mythology is a mother goddess and a titan, born to Gaia, the earth goddess, and Uranus, the sky god. Which was also very interesting to learn about is that there are rhea feet next to human hands in the rock art sites of Cave of Hands. This site in Argentina is named for its numerous hand stencil paintings created in multiple phases between 7000 BC and 700 AD. It is regarded by some scholars as the best material evidence of early South American hunter-gatherer societies. So there is evidence that ancient humans in the Patagonia region used to hunt greater rhea. I make these illustrations not just for practice and learning, but I try to find inspiration from the natural world. So just like ostriches, rheas with their unique appearance, behaviors, and ecological roles offer rich inspiration for artists, concept designers, and world builders. These large flightless birds possess distinctive traits that can be creatively reimagined for various artistic and narrative contexts. First of all, rheas fluffy, tattered-looking plumage in shades of gray, brown, or white provides intriguing textures for visual art and character design. Their feathers can inspire intricate costume designs or serve as a model for creating alien or mythical creatures with a rugged, earthly aesthetic. The rhea's long, slender legs and graceful movements could inform the anatomy of fantastical creatures, blending elements of bird and mammal to create beings that are both familiar and otherworldly. Additionally, their striking courtship displays with outstretched wings and neck movements offer dynamic poses and gestures that can bring characters to life in concept art. For instance, an alien race inspired by rheas could have elaborate rituals or combat styles based on these behaviors, emphasizing agility and flair. And they have unique societal structures. The social and reproductive behaviors of rheas provide a fascinating blueprint for creating fictional societies. Rheas are with males courting multiple females and taking sole responsibility for building nests, incubating eggs, and protecting chicks. This reversal of typical parental roles could inspire societies where gender roles are fluid or reversed, adding depth and complexity to world building. The protective nature of male rheas who aggressively defend their young can be woven into stories about guardianship, loyalty, and sacrifice. For instance, a character or species inspired by the rhea might exhibit fierce protectiveness over their community, reflecting this trait in both personal relationships and broader societal dynamics. Incorporating rheas into world building as symbols or spiritual figures as layers of cultural richness in a fantasy or sci fi setting, rheas could be revered as sacred creatures associated with fertility, protection, or agility. Their ability to flee predators in a zigzag pattern could inspire legends about their cunning and adaptability, positioning them as totemic animals or symbols of survival. Leucistic or albino rheas, rare but present in the wild, can serve as mythical or prophetic figures in fictional culture, perhaps viewed as omens or harbingers of change. Their striking white plumage and blue eyes could become a focal point for artistic depictions from murals to ceremonial artifacts. Rhea's dietary habits and ecological roles offer ideas for designing fictional ecosystems. As herbivores that also consume insects and small animals, they demonstrate adaptability which could inspire the creation of creatures that fulfill multiple ecological niches. Imagining a world where rhea-like creatures coexist with prehistoric beasts, fantastical plants, or futuristic landscapes can result in a vibrant, immersive environment. From their physical appearance to their unique behaviors and ecological significance, rheas provide a wealth of inspiration for art, concept design, and world building. Whether serving as the basis for fantastical creatures, influencing the structure of fictional societies, or enriching the mythology of a created world, these remarkable birds can spark endless creative possibilities. Again, I was happy to learn about these birds, and the illustrations were fun to do, and these studies helped me see the beauty of the natural world in a new and compelling way. So I will try to continue these studies, so I hope to see you in a new species illustration.